the thought leaders, and interact among yourselves and form a group, and something exciting would come out. I'm sure this is what happens in our other events. So we recently did this in Delhi, and today it's in Bangalore, and we have the next event on UX design in Pune, Mumbai, and Hyderabad. So this is what we do, about 100 events every year in India, and about 25 or 30 in different parts of the world, like US, Australia, Singapore, Malaysia, etc. So this is about it, and you will be given an agenda which you do not have at the moment, and I have it in front of you. So I'll just read it out. You'll be getting a copy within an hour. So I'll just take you through what's in store for you. Not sure if all of us got to know that we organized a webinar 2 days ago, where we did share the agenda and try to get the expectation from all of you, because sometimes what happens is that the company sends you to this event and you are not even aware what's happening today. So because of that, I thought let's take you through the agenda. So we'll have the keynote from Sudhindra V. He's Experience Design Director at Sapient, and he'll be talking about the past, present, and future of design. And then we have Ted Killian. He's Chief Experience Officer at Brilliance Basics, and he'll be talking about UX tools needed for the innovation. So how can we as UX practitioner best contribute to innovation? So these are the two plenary talks, after which we'll have a tea coffee break, where this hall will get divided into two sessions, session A1 and session 2. You are free to move across any session, so you have to choose which talk you want to attend, and based on your need, you can choose any of the sessions. So we have track 1 and track 2. We have not yet decided what to call, so maybe this is track 1 and the one behind is track 2. So this is what we do. So let me just take you through the agenda of track 1, and so that you can help choosing, and then the agenda of track 2. So the track 1 begins with a talk on importance of microcopy in UX design by Jayan Narayanan. He's a Senior Creative Director at 9.9 Media. And he's primarily talking about injecting a brand personality in whatever you design. The session after that will be on socio-technical design challenges, which is by Vikram Rao, practice head at eMITS Technologies, where he's talking about how you can integrate some of the social media aspects in the design that you do. So life today can be unimaginable without email, chats, blogs, etc. So how you can integrate those things whenever you are designing. And then the third session before lunch is on user-centered design process by Manipal Digital. Shweta Bangera, she's a design architect, and she's talking about that the visual design is just a tip of the iceberg, and the foundation of successful design is a user-centered design process, UCD. So this is the track 1 agenda before lunch. The track 2 agenda before lunch we have a session by Anil Reddy. He'll be talking about from sketch to UI design, so the journey, and he will be taking you through that. And then there is a workshop which will happen in track 2, which is by Prasad Khose from Cinecron Technologies, and he'll be talking on lean way of designing product. So in that workshop, a team of 4 would be formed, and they will be, then you will decide a problem to solve, and you will find out your target users. So how you can implement some of the lean concepts in your design. So that would happen in the track 2 before lunch as a form of a workshop. So this is the agenda before lunch. Let me take you through the agenda after lunch. So lunch would be served outside. So we'll take a 1 hour networking lunch break. After the lunch, we will have workshops happening at both the halls. Here in track 1, there will be a workshop on building winning experience strategy. That will be taken by Hitesh Ruwala, and he's head user experience design at Endeavor Software Technologies, where the goal of the workshop is to help the user experience designer to enjoy designing while you are designing the product or services. And the other workshop will be by Atul Manohar, and he's from Informatica. He's a UX design expert there, and he will be taking a workshop from an idea to a successful product. So that also requires a lot of hands-on exercises, etc. Then there will be a tea coffee break, and after that there will be a final session. So track 1 has a session by GE Healthcare, which so Parag from GE Healthcare will be talking on designing for a complete experience, whereas the other session will be by Intel, and they are going to share their experience on designing wearable devices. So this is the agenda for the day, and you will get the copy very soon, and you can maybe just put a tick mark so that you don't have to decide at the last moment, and you're this is our advice. Of course, you can decide at the last moment, and you can choose wherever you want to go. So you have complete freedom, and we will be sharing the presentation of throughout for both the sessions with you within a week. We are also recording the session, so in case you are missing one session, but I mean you wanted both the sessions, but you are missing, we'll send you the video recording as well. Maybe that would take a little more time, maybe 2 weeks, but you will get the the link to access those videos as well. So, do we have any questions, any doubts, any concerns? Absolutely. We have not decided that there's no theme to attract. So both sides, both are you can choose. Okay. So on that note, I would like to invite our keynote speaker, Mr. Sudhindra, who will be talking on the past, present, and future of design. Sudhindra, if you are here, if you're ready, okay.
Did you all enjoy the rains yesterday? Quite a bit, right? So it is horrendous. So I was expecting that we'll actually start a little late. I sort of got up a little easily. I thought it's rain, so we'll use the Indian stretchable time for our advantage today. But I'm really happy to see all of you. Welcome, and thank you so much, Nitesh, for the introduction. What I'm attempting to do today is talk about experiences. Not a lot of the past. I think, today in this world, we look a lot more into the future. So that's my attempt today. And we'll have some questions that we'll answer together and, go forward. But I want to start off with that one particular thing that, Nitesh just mentioned, which is the challenges of designers and the design industry today. One is that we need a lot more designers. So you could, of course, create your career, in that sense. But there is also something else happening in the world today. That's pretty interesting, and it kind of, gave me a jolt. We always thought China was, had language issues, that issue, this issue. So they're kind of taking it a little easy. But what I heard last was we are probably seeing about 50,000 designers coming out of China every year. So and they're really doing well. There is a language gap that's closing on. So Indian designers need to seriously pull up, and you're competing at a global stage. So it's a great thing. It's also an opportunity. So that's what we'll focus on today. A very quick introduction. My name is Sudhindra. I work for Sapient Nitro. I'm a creative director and experience design director, and I've been in the company for the last 5 years or so. Some of the clients I've worked with, Ted is my ex-colleague as well. So we worked together on some of those projects here. But you can see this is a cross-section. There is, of course, there are more clients, but this is a cross-section. I've been fortunate to be awarded as well in the past for some of the work that we've done out here. So I have 2 kids who keep me busy. I live in that part of Bangalore. This is Sapient Nitro. What we do is, so we are a new breed of agency. A new breed of agency. Why is this not an agency? Why don't we call it an agency? It's because today what we believe in is an agency is redefining itself. It's not enough to be a traditional company. Whether you're an agency, whether you're a system integrator, whether you're an IT company, whatever you are, you need to look at it very differently, and that's what we are attempting to do in whatever we do. So we are in the business of storytelling, but we have our own way of saying it, and we call it storyscaping. because storytelling is a one-way communication, and storyscaping gives us the power to kind of have a participatory stuff as well. And our firm belief is this: a story lived is better than a story told. You could have any number of communications coming from brands, from companies, but if you allow people to live that story, you have a far better chance of success in this world. So that's the way we look at the world, right? Okay, with that, let me ask you a small question out here. Do you agree with this particular statement? Digital experiences are. How many of you actually agree with this? Wow. Don't see anybody disagreeing. Anybody disagrees with this? Disagrees? Okay. You want to share why? You're a minority. Sorry? They're changing slowly. Okay. Okay. Any other thoughts? Do you agree with that? So while we ask this question, we all believe that it is changing the world, and there is a little interesting take on this, on how it's actually changing the world. So let's look at this video. So can I have the audio? Is it connected, right?
I bought something from you last week, and I'm very disappointed.
Oh, yeah? What's the problem?
Yeah, well, my BlackBerry is not working.
What's about it? Run out of juice?
No, it's completely frozen.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. I'll tell you what. Let's try it on orange.
That's got a few black spots, you see.
Oh, dear, yeah. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Was there anything I do to get my BlackBerry working?
Well, it could be an application issue. But where do you store that BlackBerry?
Well, it's on my desktop.
Well, you could try using a mouse to drag the BlackBerry to the trash. Then after you've done that, you might want to launch the BlackBerry from the desktop.
Well, I've already tried that a few times. I mean, all it did was mess up Windows.
Well, it might be worth waiting a couple of weeks. They got the latest BlackBerries coming in then.
Well, could you give me a date?
Certainly.
Let me put that date in my diary.
Anything else I can help you with?
Yes, I've also got a problem, to be honest, with my Apple.
Oh dear, that is an old Apple, isn't it?
Yeah.
When did you buy that?
Last week.
Last week? Oh, they brought out 2 new Apples since then. What's the problem with it?
Well, I've tried to put my dongle in it, and it won't fit.
Oh, yeah. And how big's your dongle?
Well, I don't know much about these things, but my wife's seen a few dongles in her time. And she says it's a little bit on the small side.
Well, I'm afraid there's not a lot I can do about that. Tell you what, let me try booting it. No, it's crashed. Anything else I can help you with?
Well, funnily enough, yes, my grandson's birthday soon, you
yeah.
see. Now, he's already got an Apple and a BlackBerry. I mean, have you got anything else that you might just like?
Well, we're doing a special offer on these. I mean, I can't make head or tail of them, but the kids seem to like them.
Okay.
Xbox. 360.
World is actually changing quite a bit. But this also begs us to answer a few questions, and that's what I'll attempt to do today. So with so much happening around the world, we saw a humorous take on it, but there is also a very serious side to that. So with so much happening, is there a way forward? Can we actually map a way forward? That's the first question that I'll attempt to answer along with you. Now, if the way forward is a certain something, for example, do we want to look at all of our products that we create, all of the stuff that we create as services? Is there a way of, is there an approach change that we want to do out there? And how does that look, if at all, that's the way forward that we want to do? User interfaces, we talk about usability of it. There is a certain way in which we approach that, but today's world has changed the way we think about it, right? So it's a lot larger than a user interface that we are used to designing. So is there a need for us to think holistically? Do we need to look at how do we unpack and unlock experiences in everything that we do, wherever we are? And I'm going to show a few examples of how that's happening, and then can a designer truly make a difference? That's a question that I'll again seek your inputs on, but I believe that we can make a difference, and let's see how that's possible. So with so much happening all around us, what's the way forward? So what's actually happening all around us? There's so much happening, right? So first of all, we speak about e-commerce, and the other day I got a call from Standard Chartered Bank, and they said, you could take this credit card and stuff like that, and you could do online transactions, and you could even buy tickets online. Oh, okay. Like I said, that's great. Never heard of it. Great. So what else? So he said you don't have to stand in a queue. I thought that was a given. In today's world, is that the way you even sell your card? I was like, okay. So some people are still way behind in the way they think about it, but the world has moved forward. Like even, for example, frogs think digital and physical. So there is so much, blurring of the lines between digital and physical. So see the way the frog is thinking this as real stuff out here, right? Anyway, so that's the way the world has changed. It drastically changed the stuff. The companies that were traditionally like a search engine, Google was a search engine. Like, how many of us remember Google as a search engine now? It's a lot more than that. Apple, right? Apple was, product company. We called it a product company. But if there is a term called an experience company, I think these companies actually embody that particular statement. So that's the way the world is also moving. And experiences have a very, very serious side to them. There was this research done some time ago, about a year ago, if I'm right. And what they said, it's kind of common sense that we need to have great customer experience, first of all, right? Now, that's common sense, but how much of that is common sense? How much of that is the difference? So you can see out here that about 43%, by 43%, a customer experience leader is outdoing the market, on an average. And that's not it. If at all you're not doing great customer experience, you're not in the business of creating great experiences, you're probably lagging behind by minus 34%. Now, that's a staggering number. Now the thing is, interesting thing is this. While somebody else is, and actually, if you're just about average in customer experience, you're still doing 10% better than the market. Right? That's the S&P's market stuff. So that's the numbers that are there. And if you're somewhere in this minus 34%, you're probably on your way out. You would be, like the Blockbuster that in the US. Some of those companies are on their way out just because they're probably not doing great, and they're not able to understand what the people really need. But if you ask those companies, the companies feel 95% of them say they're actually customer focused. 95%. I'm wondering why those 5% said